pups?
Let's start with
pups. You know, we can even show off pups. Oh, we can announce them, and then we can hold up our best.
She's like choking me.
There's a lot of cuteness. More cuteness than we've ever seen at one show before. So the first group was under 10 week march.
So the under 10 week march, and I'm so overloaded on gerbils. Okay, so I think we're just going to announce them. So first place went to number 18, a mottled slate.
That's Leah.
Excellent. Second, number 117, Heidi Booty.
Me.
Yay! Number 152, Spot Lilac.
That's Joe.
Joe. And I also did over 10 weeks, Mark Blacks. First place went to number 41, Mottled Black.
There we go. Now I'm ahead of you, or with you. Denise.
Number 59, a Pied Black.
Danielle.
Number 126, a Pied Black.
Nicole.
All right, at the very bottom of the page, greater than 10 weeks, any other color. Number 8.
Libby.
Number 98, Honey Cream.
Fiona.
Number 9, Lilac.
Libby.
Do you want to talk about
So section B?
Section B, I did. That was the under 10 week, any other colors. We had a lot of fine splits with the pups. Number 145, a Nutmeg was first.
Yes. Donna.
All right. And the best opposite was a Gray Agouti, number 118. And number 151, a Pink-Eyed White, was second. A Pink-Eyed White, maybe? No, I don't know.
That's Joe.
It's written down pink, but I think it was Ruby right now.
Okay.
That was Joe. Okay. And number 79, a Black was third.
AJ.
All right. Awesome.
Donna, do you want to say your pups?
Sure. So believe it or not, we had enough color point pups to make their own class. And these pups were so beautiful, I really could have given any of them a first. And I'll go backwards for the building. Number 127, third, was a silver point.
That's Nicole.
Or we judged her as a silver point. Number 32 was a Siamese.
Next, Kathy.
And the first place winner was a number 12 of Burpees.
That's Libby.
And Chris, do you want to talk about anything?
Yes, so there was a new thing, and I bet a lot of you actually observed it already. It's this yellow ribbon. So what we realized was that some of these gerbils, after having won their subclass, were then needing to go through basically another full class. All of the first and best opposite winners, for example, from the pup class, got looked at again, and only 2 of them went to the best in show table. So we wanted to make sure that the animals in those classes that had been split very finely got some recognition for having basically won another whole class just to get to the best in show table. So we are going to have a yellow AGS ribbon that's going to say best in class and best opposite in class. But those ribbons didn't get here in time, so we came up with some cute alternatives. And if you won one, you can cash it in at a future show for a regular AGS yellow ribbon. There's no points, but it is nice bragging rights, and it is a lovely yellow ribbon to add color to your ribbon wall. So there you go. That's
so
what
the pups who got it.
Oh, so on
So
the
best
pups.
opposite went to number 118, Gray Agouti. And this, I just want to talk about this gerbil for like 3 minutes, because honestly, I don't think he's a pup, and I'm shocked. And she's telling me that he's a pup, and I don't know how it's possible.
All right. All I can say is I went to the kennel, remember? When he was 7 weeks old.
Yeah.
And she showed me this monster pup. And she said, and all the other pups were kind of normal sized pups. And there was this giant pup. She said, if this pup keeps growing at this rate, I'm going to show him and no one's going to believe he's a pup. And the other pups were good too.
They were all like this.
So this is the largest 13-week-old pup I have ever seen in my life. And apparently, he's coming home with me.
89 grams.
He is so big, he could have won in the adult time class.
He's very proud of himself.
So, and then who is won the other one?
Oh, the gray goody, which is
Michelle.
Michelle's. Oh, Michelle's. She's pretty fantastic.
I think he nicknamed him Megapaw.
Yeah, his name is Megapaw.
All right, so let's see. Going, we continue down the table there.
So I got color point AOC.
Okay.
All right, so third place went
Do you want to
to,
talk about what AOC means?
oh, any other color.
Besides,
So not Burmese and not Siamese this time around. So in third place went to a color point of beauty, and I'll find him. There we go.
Wait a minute, let's see. You found him, you lost me.
And the number.
Number 33, color point of beauty, should be a
What class again?
color point
Color
video.
point.
CPA,
Oh, okay.
color point, first one.
Sorry.
Anybody know?
There we
I'm pretty sure
go.
it's an ace.
You switch pages on me.
Oh, it is.
All right, 33. All right, that was a niece.
He is a really big boy. He's not like really big, but he's nice and big. His tail is colored like an agouti. It's not as strong as we would like to see, but it's still got the orange to it. He's very patient, and his eyes are a little big, but overall he has no moat lines. He doesn't have any staining or very minimal staining on his belly. He's not going to cooperate, but very impressive. And then second place went to, I'm pretty sure, another color point of beauty, number 35.
A niece also.
And this guy is a little bit
Moonlight.
more impressive than the one.
That's Moonlight. It's the best in show and at the virtual show.
So he's got great conformation. His tail's just a little bit more impressive. He's got a beautiful, well-set head. He's very patient. He does have a little bit of a moat line. His tails are nice, his toenails are nice and black. And he's just overall really impressive.
Look at that.
And I may have read.
You didn't know at the time.
And then first place, where is he? Ah. Did I give an honorable mention in this class?
I think you did.
Looks like he's molting. Or
I
tree.
can't remember. It's been such a long day. I don't know if I would have done this sheet.
But that's it. I'm not showing an honorable mention in this one.
Maybe I thought of it. No, well, wait, no, that's not blue. Okay, whatever.
No, well, if you find it, you got an honorable mention.
No, okay. So, back to first place. First place is a beautiful, gigantic color point nutmeg man. He's being completely uncooperative. He's number 22.
That's Kathy.
So, he's big, he's beautiful, he's got a really strong demarcation line, which is kind of typical for nutmegs. He's got these fantastic points, his tail is nice and dark, he's got a beautiful mask, his feet are dark, and overall he was just stunning.
You meant to say as a mold line, right?
Yes, I said he has a mold line. Did I say something
You said
different?
demarcation.
I am losing it today, as you can all see. I can't even
Demarcation is the separation between white and color. And mold line we don't want, but nutmegs like
But
to.
not on.
They like the molt on show day.
Not on show day.
But he was
They
very,
do like to do that.
and
And then the second color point. Sure. So this sometimes judging an all one color class is really helpful and like simplifying. It was not helpful in simplifying with these Burmese because they are all gorgeous. There is not one Burmese in this class that couldn't win on the right day. So it's So take that consolation if you aren't one of the ones that got a ribbon. It was a really tough choice. Third place was number 133.
That's Donna.
This is a beautiful, the color is just lovely and beautiful tail and, you know, wow. It is really hard to choose. Second place, this one is number 37.
That's Anise.
Oh, this is a, look at this big hunk of Burmese, huh? I mean, really, right? I
He
mean,
was
there's
bred by Donna.
Oh,
And he came from your Electra, I think.
oh, really? Oh,
Yes, I
how
have turned
nice.
out so dark.
Well, just wait, see what happens.
Wait, what is this?
He's
He looks
gorgeous.
really nice today. Great job with him.
He's a gorgeous boy. The best opposite Burmese was number 63.
That's Kai and Vicky.
Ah, beautiful. She is beautiful. She has nice feminine body type, nice, beautiful color. You know, not much white, really pretty. Beautiful. Oh, how exciting, huh?
First place is
First
Atlas.
place was number 75.
71? Wait, baby's over there.
No, 75.
75.
They were stressed.
And here we go, another big hunk of Burmese for you. Look at this beautiful boy, huh? Nice tail, beautiful collar. He's just lovely.
Whose boy is that?
That's KJ.
That's KJ.
Atlas.
Atlas. Yeah, he's parked out since the summer.
So that was number 75, and then the third.
And then I think I did Siamese.
You want to start with the honorable mention?
A lot of color.
There's also another very tough class. People are doing a great job of getting rid of the white on the chin and developing really dark points. She was beautiful. The only real issue with her is she's getting a little big for a female. So I think if she slims down, she'd be hugely competitive. She's got points, she's got the tail. She's really pretty girl. So
That was an honorable mention, or?
Yep, that was honorable mention.
That was-
That's number 19.
That's Kathy.
Then, oh, do you want to take it all?
Yeah, third, 25.
So third place is, look at this. This is our third place Siamese, right? So anyways, beautiful. Look at the tail, the points, the size.
You want to face that way.
So yeah, he was third.
That one's Kathy's as well.
Lots of color point.
Second place.
You might have to get it. I don't have to.
So second place is number 6. She's a girl.
That's Libby.
And we're getting a lot of these really nice.
That's Sorka. She was the opposite.
Nice.
So, babies.
Yeah, she's beautiful. Look at how pretty she is.
Oh, no,
She's really pretty. Okay. And then we were
We're on the second, so we're looking for best opposite. They might be behind us, maybe.
Yeah.
Yep. So best opposite is Siamese is number 68.
That's KJ.
Okay. Absolutely beautiful. One thing that I'm seeing with the Siamese is these huge masks. So not only do they have points, but the points go like, look how far they go up in the face. It's not just like a dark nose. She's absolutely beautiful. And she's got like the perfect body type. Not too small, not too fat. It's hard to see. It's hard to get a Siamese with points and then very black tail. It's not the brown tail, it's the black. Almost like it's polysepia, but it's very dark tail. So she was lovely. And then our best winner is this guy. So look at this. Gorgeous. Really pretty. So,
Number 71?
71.
That's KJ.
And then again, remember we had to pick of all these gerbils, we had to pick 2 to go on. And the 2 we picked were this number 68, which was the Siamese female, And the big hunk from 68 and 75.
And those are both KJ.
Wait,
Over here.
so, white belly.
What are we on? White bellies down
I
here?
don't think there's one like it.
I know. So white belly was a small class. It's interesting.
Self and senior.
And my third
Self, senior, and model.
is the gray agouti.
That's Kai and Vicky.
No.
No.
65?
Oh, sorry, 69. I'm sorry.
No,
What?
That's
It
a
says
9.
65 on here.
Oh, okay.
65.
Oh, it's 69. Okay.
Is it
I
69?
just make my, I make funny 9s.
Oh, that one's like a 5 to me.
It is actually 69.
I thought I read 65.
No, it's the way I draw my 9s. So this is a beautiful, beautiful gray agouti. Again, we wouldn't want her to be any bigger than this, but she is not molting, she's dark, she's beautiful. So she was third.
So who is she?
She's mine.
Yeah, that is KJ.
Sorry.
If I couldn't get.
And then on second place, oh my gosh, this is the most active gerbil. We'll just let her come out on her own. So this is a polar fox, and she's just charming and beautiful. And let's look at that straight tail, it's beautiful. Yeah, she has great shape, great build, and she was the second place winner.
And that's Libby, number 4.
Libby, do you want to grab
The winner of this class is actually a girl. The winner of this class is number 3. And
That's
she's
Libby.
A beautiful gray as well. All right.
I think that makes her champion.
And so she went on. Oh, you think she's champion now?
I think so
Unofficial.
too.
Yeah.
I was talking to Joe, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
All right.
You can't show models that aren't black. Even when they're not black. So, this was another tough class too. There were a lot of young males in this class, and the third place winner is number 38.
That's an 8.
This is a little bit younger one, but he's really very pretty. He's got a beautiful variegated pattern. It's so interesting that, now we're really seeing a lot of this variegation in the collar and across the back. And he's a pretty boy. I mean, he's still small, but he's heading in a real nice direction. So he's scooped up third today. The second place model is number 146.
That's Donna.
And this is a beautiful male, a little bit bigger, again with a beautiful pattern and nice broad head. I find that on models, I think it's really kind of an optical illusion, but often their heads look sort of narrow and long. I think it's just that long white stripe and the dark color on either side, but this one's got a real nice broad head. It's lovely to see. And very soft, and not, very little stains. So the best opposite is number 132.
Donna.
Another.
Donna has lots of
models.
models.
So she's got a lovely shape. She might have been the only girl in this class, but she is definitely nice enough to be best opposite. She's beautiful. Look at the lovely color and the pattern on her. She's a great feminine shape. And again, a nice leaf head. So beautiful. Keep that one. And number 72 was first.
KJ.
This is for play.
Boy. Great size, nice straight tail at the back, beautiful puff. And he's just very soft, and he was so calm and happy to be out. He's a very charming fellow. Nothing could be more charming than a big model class. And they want to charm you, they really charm you. He is delightful. Alright, so let's see, is there anybody, there's, down here, the pie.
Hi.
Pie, that's you.
That's me? So, hi.
Honorable mention.
mention. There's an honorable mention. He's right there in black. So Hive is kind of one of these colors that's super hard to get right, keep everything kind of really tight and close with where the line goes. He's got a really beautiful collar, and his tail is like perfectly like 1/3 white. It's like amazing. If he had like a full blaze, I would have like just melted. But he's a little small compared to Indian, so he got an honorable mention, but I was thoroughly impressed with him. I couldn't let him go home without a ribbon.
Number 44, Caitlin.
Third place is one of these, it's a Hive lilac. So lilac is kind of one of these funny colors, and sometimes you get sapphires and doves and lilac. And he may really be a sapphire, but he's got this fantastic tail, and he's got a really nice collar, and he was just really impressive, and I was really torn, and he ended up winning because he was a little bit younger, and so he got third.
That's going to be 66, Ty and Vicky.
Second place is another really impressive gerbil who I tried to kick out of the class to send a spot and then came back. So he's a little bit of a tweener. He could be spot, he could be tie, but he's got an impressive size. He's got everything going for him. His kicking's a little uneven. The only thing that really held him back was a little tear in one of his ears. And if it wasn't for that, he probably would have taken first. But he's impressive.
That's 130. That's Donna, yeah.
And first place,
I was about to say, you got a best opposite in this one.
yeah, I do. She's up here. That's why. So best opposite went to this really stunningly feminine body shape female. She doesn't have the best collar, but she is just so impressively female. And she's just got a great head, great body, and she's just fantastic.
I'm showing 149.
149,
Nabil.
yes. And then first place went to, I think I'm going to call him Cardinal. He's number 112.
That is Shireen.
All right, he's got a fantastically dark, rich tail. He's got a beautiful mask. He's got a great collar. He's got very minimal white anywhere else in his coat. He was just impressive.
I thought he straight hairs too. For the
Sorry.
All right. Oh, we're the seniors. If you don't mind.
Yeah,
You should
So,
change it down to Eleanor
split
Gerbil.
into 4 classes. We had lilac and white together, black, a whole class of black, a whole class of nutmeg, and then any other color. And KJ and I sort of split them between us. So I could start with the nutmegs. The nutmegs. So this is a pretty difficult class. The nutmegs were a lot of really good nutmegs. Of course, there's a lot of variation in the color of nutmegs. Right? There's the lighter ones and there's the darker ones. And this is one of these nice dark ones. A nice young female. She's got a beautiful, beautiful tail with an incredible top. She's still a little on the small side, so she's still maturing. You know, there were more fully developed girls in this class that you know, held her back from going further, but she just needs a little time to grow up and she's really going to be a knockout. This is 134.
That's Donna.
I got her at that pup swap. Oh, you did?
The papa.
And then let's see, second place nutmeg was number 103.
That's the Kemp.
Ah, a huge one, but he feels very solid when you hold him, which is a good sign, because all he has to do is just keep doing that, and he's going to get to be a nice big boy. He has good kicking. It's not quite as dark as some of the others, but it's kind of even. A nice straight tail. It's got a little bit of a taper on the end, but I really like him overall. He was a very nice boy. Then he had a best opposite was number 24.
That's Kathy.
So this is now we're getting into the bigger males that definitely really we got some big ones here. He's got a beautiful, nice wide head. Do you ever look at this? Kathy's 24? Yeah. He's really pretty. His ticking again is not super dark, but he is a very, very beautiful boy. He has a nice puffy tail, and he is very, very sweet. Really nice to handle. Had a lot of charm in his class.
So we're not in the other section.
The first place is, and then this is number 77.
KJ's.
KJ's. Who's this one?
Joy, bundle of joy. That's what she is.
On the spot. So here we're getting into the really dark chicken. You see what a nice, beautiful, dark face she has, and the tail is dark. The chicken is very even. She's very, very soft. The coat's in beautiful condition. She is nice. Most of these nutmegs had a bit of white. In the color point class, we've gotten to the point now where you're starting to see them with virtually none. Most of the nutmegs had a pit. They had chins and stripes. Some had it on the paws. But because they all had it, it kind of factored out as a major concern at this point. But she is a gorgeous girl. And she has been done and filled in that class as well. So that was in your hands. Do you want to do one of yours?
Oh, yeah, sure. Elyria.
Modeled in that.
Go. Alright, so this boy was very, very young, and he's very young, but he's got a nice rich color, great depth to the color, and he does have a lot of white on his chin, but he seems very promising for his age and size, and definitely keep showing him. What number is he? Oh, number 58.
I was about to say 58, that's Danielle.
Second place went to a red-eyed white. And red-eyed whites, they should have this like slight creamy color. You're probably not going to be able to see it from this distance. But they're creamy and it has nice red eyes. She's got a really feminine shape. She's got a wonderful straight tail with a decent tuft. She's very, very clean. Some of these light colors, they can just get like all sorts of funky stains going on. And she was super clean. Number 148.
148, that's Nabil.
I'll learn eventually. No, best opposite.
You got a best opposite.
Best opposite is number 56.
Number 56 is Danielle.
So she's another one of these really impressive, like super rich lilacs. She's got a great feminine shape. She's got a nice tuft, and she's really friendly and active and curious, and she's having a great day. And then first place went to a massive lilac. Stretch before you pick them up.
Yeah.
fantastically huge male. I would not want to see him a gram heavier. But he's impressive. He is number 91.
91, that's Fiona.
He's just huge.
I can't get
Can't
any
even tell how
smaller.
big he is. Very little to find wrong with him. He's got a little bit of, barbering on his tail, and a little bit of white here and there, but overall, very good.
So any other colors, black is the other thing that's still that's not in this group. This is in the other. So I had a bunch of different things here. Yeah. So the third place is number 42.
That's the name?
Silver Nutmeg.
Mine.
Nice rich chicken on this boy. He's very friendly. He's not the biggest, but he's got a nice shape, a nice head, beautiful color. It's nice to see this nice, dark coat and a dark face. So he's a very good boy. This is another place that has younger males in it as well. This is just second.
140, that's Donna.
Let's go with number 140. She wants to move quickly through this part of the show. She's another very nice, dark chicken. Beautiful, still on the small side, but nice shape. She's growing herself with beautiful color. Look at the nice white tip on the tail, which is that cream color. That's a really nice detail on silver nutmeg.
I'm looking at it, trying to put this on the page. Number 24. What?
Wait a minute.
Wait, maybe I'm reading off the wrong page.
Not Dawn.
Red nutmeg, ASP, red spot,
Oh, the red
147.
fox, 147. Look at the
That's
size.
Donna.
Look at the size of these red fox. Oh, I did? Oh, wow. Well, I haven't seen him in a long time. He's a lot bigger than when I saw him, let me tell you. This must be Sharif then. Well, he has turned out to be quite a big boy, hasn't he? He's a handful of red fox. He's got lovely color, and he's got nice details like the little eye circles. The only thing that really was holding him back is his tail is a little bit on the thin side. He's got a couple of kinks now. Probably been doing a lot of wheel running and stuff like that. So maybe sleeping with it funny. Try to sleep with it straight. And then number 80 is first.
KJ.
This is a black-eyed white female. Now here's the thing about black-eyed white as a color. They're always black-eyed, but they're usually not white. They usually have a little picking, and they have a little this and a little that. I swear, I sat here and looked at this gerbil for 5 minutes to find, I think I found about 8 hairs that were just slightly orange. And while I was busy doing all that, she was purring and snuggling and making little winky eyes at me. So, any reservations I could have had about the 8 orange hairs were completely evaporated by, look at this move here. She's heading right up my arm. You already won. Relax. You don't have to charm me. She's really beautiful. I hope she stays this gorgeous color. I mean, fabulous.
How do we do it? Is she extreme model?
She is a champagne.
Get out.
She is a schimmel.
Well,
spotted
she's
schimmel.
not very shimmery yet, so we try to stay that way. Just don't let that schimmel thing get carried away. Yeah, that's true. Just make it more orange and pale. No, she won't. They just said she will not. These cases have a little pop in her, and they're going to come to agreement.
So I got black one.
Black. You get to know it, I'll just hold it.
So honorable mention, I think. So honorable mention. All right, so if you put a black gerbil in, don't take offense to not getting a ribbon. I was tortured for about 20 minutes trying to make any kind of headway in deciding who was going to win. So just because she got a black, this black girl got an honorable mention does not mean on a different day in a different show with a different set of gerbils she couldn't have gotten first or on her own. She is impressive. She has extremely little white and a long, a long tail with a nice little tuft on it. She's got a very smooth top line. She's got a very feminine shape. And she's friendly, and I feel bad giving her an honorable mention because I had.
What number is that one?
This one is number 39.
That's an ace.
Third place goes to number 40. And equally as beautiful, hard to distinguish any kind of difference between. And she's got just slightly less white than the other one. She's got a little bit of flecking on her.
I think it's a he.
Oh, it's a boy. Okay, it's a boy. But overall, for the boys, he had the least amount of white. He's just got a little bit on his chin, and that's about it. He's got a huge tuft, and if he keeps going, he seems young, and if he keeps growing, he could be very, very impressive later. Second place is number 135.
Donna.
Donna. And she could have easily taken first place if she was just a little bit bigger and she had a little bit stronger muscular body. She had the least amount of white of any of the blacks that came on, and I'm literally counting hairs. I probably counted 4 whites, and I probably use a microscope. Also incredibly impressive. Best opposite. Yes, best opposite went to a really nice, big, gorgeous black male. He's right here. Yeah. So he has a little bit white on his chin. He got best opposite of the boys. He was the biggest and most robust. He had a great conformation, great top line. Just a little bit of white, and yeah, he's impressive. Number 20.
Number 20, that's Kathy.
Yeah. And then
Good.
I think it was 105.
First place was 110.
Yeah, first place was number 110,
That's-
and she was
That's Diane.
very impressive, very.
Good little Dixie.
No,
Yes.
okay. Let's do self.
Oh, there's more stuff.
No, it's one more self. Best in box.
Yeah.
I don't know. Best opposite.
So of all the self, right?
Of all the self,
So we had to pull 2 out.
pull 2 out. Who made this decision?
I did. This was not an easy decision to make. I mean, you know, as if it's already been hard, and then it just gets harder because they're just so beautiful. But so the best opposite for the class, for the self class, was the nutmeg female number 77.
KJ.
And the best in class was the lilac male, number 91.
Fiona.
And yellow ribbons. So I feel like we've lost the colors. Not permanently, I'm sure. Oh, here they are.
I was about to say.
Yep, we found them thin honey creams. And, you know, of course, different stages of molt and turning colors. The third place gerbil was number 139.
That's Donna.
This is a very handsome honey cream. He's an extra scoop honey cream. Let's look at that. There's lots of honey cream to go around there. And what I'd like to see in a honey cream is a really nice balance between the peaches and cream. You want to see a good number of peaches, but you've got to see the cream too. So you've got to have a good balance. There's a beautiful tail. Look at the tail on this nice boy. And a very nice eye. Very, very pretty boy. The second in this class was number 96. This is
Miss Fiona.
Now this little shimmer, she's still working on getting into that.
Gosh, wow, okay.
Yeah,
Now I know why I didn't make
she's working on getting into that white phase. She's a beautiful top, and she's still working on the color, but she's a very nice feminine shape. And look at the mask. Look at how bold the orange is on her face. She is so pretty, and she's purring right now. Loving it. Wants paparazzi. Take my picture, please.
I've been stuck in this little box all day.
I know. And then the first place gerbil in this class was the other big honey cream, number 7. Oh gosh, that's so cute. Well, he's gorgeous. All right, and that's others. And now I think we need to do spot and seam.
Spot number 23.
That's Kathy.
Oh, the 23? All right, I don't know where the sponsors went.
Oh, there.
Oh, okay. They were over there when I touched them.
Spot should be over here.
Okay.
Sleeping.
Right here, black top. I mean, slate top.
So I have an honorable mention here. This guy is huge. Beautiful, and I would love to have him, and I'd love to introduce him into my kennel. Only problem is his color is kind of non-standard. We don't really have this color. So usually a color point nutmeg just has pretty heavy thicking. But he's so gorgeous. I don't know, maybe we should create this color. So I had to give him an honorable mention. At whose triple is he? He's at 111.
Ah. I don't have that one on the sheet.
Oh, that looks like
Okay. So definitely, I mean, you could pull him in to produce amazing color points. What he probably is probably a light color point nutmeg with a CHCB, and then it's further lightened by spotting. So he got an honorable mention.
Yeah.
Yep. But if you look at his body type and his tail, that's exactly what we're looking for as a shape.
Shrooms.
Yeah, string.
All right. Then the third place winner was number 23. Huge male. He's a spotted black.
Yeah, that was
Also,
Kathy.
A lot of times with the spotting and the black, you'll see like black, white in the tail, and we're not seeing that at all. So he is really wonderful. He's a beautiful, huge male. I like him a lot. Then our second place winner is a female. She's small. I checked her age and she's still young. She's 48.
That's Caitlin.
But look at her spotting pattern. If you look at the picture, like what we're looking for, as far as a really big spot that's very round. Like this is like poster gerbil for what the pattern is that we're looking for. And again, just jet black. She needs to grow up a little bit, and definitely she should probably go all the way. And then the first place.
You got a best opposite in this one showing.
Okay, so best opposite is a male. He is a color point agouti. So soft, so clean, so well prepared for the show. He's number 34.
That's a neat.
I'd like to see him a little bigger. That's really, and plus, you know how like sometimes, of course, they molt right before the show? I can even see a molt line on him. Look at his tail. He's really gorgeous and soft. And then the winner on this, I think it was a spotted nutmeg, if I remember. It was a female.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
We're looking for a spot black one.
No, it's very memorable. I even remember who she was. So, beautiful body type, nice spotting pattern. A lot of times with spotting, it will fade out the color, but she still is really maintaining her nutmeg color and ticking. And her number is 101.
I'm showing that to be the Kemps.
The Kemp, she's beautiful. Really nice. And she did go on, her the show competition. Seniors, okay.
Yep.
So a lot of times people will show the senior in the senior class because they're trying to pick up 1 or 2 more points to push their gerbil over to a champion. It was painful not to give ribbons to everybody here. Really nice gerbils. So when it came down to it, it was.
Well, listen, but it isn't 47 really.
It's 67.
It's 67?
So look how he's maintained his size, his color. Really, really pretty. He's a very nice boy. So that's what we're starting with the honorable mention. So you can just say that we're a really competitive senior class.
Oh, one of KJ's.
Third place winner, I couldn't even tell this edged them out because I think this one just looks a little bit younger. It was very hard to pick the gerbils.
And that one's also Lee.
The best opposites. This was a spotted blue, I remember.
That one's first.
Oh, first.
This is 46.
So 46 was a model.
That's Caitlin.
Model Bagooty. He went on, I can take him out. He went on to the best in show table. Really, some of these gerbils, it's like, whoa, they look like they already should be champions. He was beautiful. So sometimes it's hard to get to enough shows. So look how pretty this guy is, and still has a lot of mass, and the tail on him is so straight and puffy. Really, really nice. So, and then the best of the class was a spotted blue. She really has maintained her shape. She has maintained her color. She has just about a perfect spotting pattern, which is very difficult to achieve. So again, it's like, it's amazing that these gerbils look so good at this age. And she was our first place winner.
Number 1.
And that's yours, Libby.
Yeah, I
Brought
got
the
that.
other boy went on to the best in show.
Step 1.
So congratulations to our seniors. It was a big senior class too, so.
So we brought all these beautiful animals up to the best in show table, and boy, that wasn't an easy decision either. We managed. So the best opposite is number 68, the Siamese female.
KJ.
That's KJ's. You have to find her, give her a ribbon. And the best in show was the Honey Cream number 70.
That's also KJ.
I don't know, but it could be the first. Joe would know.
So he's in the black top.
Oh.
Slate top.
Slate top.
He didn't go into the virtual show.
Yep,
He's
that's
Mr.
one.
December.
I know 100.
And then the girl is the beautiful Siamese. Where'd she go? Where'd she go, sweetie? You know where she is? She's
Still on here.
sleeping somewhere.
Oh, no, probably when is that her? Yeah, she likes to tunnel.
There we go. So that. I should just announce them and hand them out. Yep. So we have some other awards as well, color and certificates.
If I can get them all out of here. I think that's all of them, hopefully. All right, we have a breeder's color certificate to KJ for Tide. What now? A breeder's color certificate to Libby for Siamese. A breeder's color certificate to Rebecca Azar for model. A championship for MS's Promise. A championship for MS's Crystal. And a championship for Tasca.
Oh yeah.
And that's That's all I have.
And that's our show. So we should, it's pretty late, but we should probably put all these guys back with their friends and then maybe is everybody going to dinner?
Yeah.
Together? Yeah. You're not? Yeah, I guess we should probably do a quick picture. And we'll grab our gerbils, put them back.
Oh, Nicole's?
Yeah.
How old are the pups? 4 weeks?
It looks like a mishmash. Looks like there's a few of them that's like only like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. There's
Yeah, like I said 4 weeks.
4 weeks? Okay.
And there might be one, there might be another one. I think that's an older one there, probably 12, 16 weeks, maybe more.